we go. Gotta get back into it. It's been a while. It's been a very long while, but with any luck, I can actually stream for a good amount of time. So, hello, welcome back. Welcome. Let's see which one we'll take. Yeah, I'll go ahead with Here Lies the Abyss. We are still building the keep. Like I said, it's been some time since I've managed to go ahead and actually work on this particular playlist.
It's looking good. Not good enough, but good.
We've stopped losing at least.
Faster than
Admitted.
Inquisitor, Elan Vema, honored to represent as a prophet. My colleague Adan was clear of your cause. Him.
I'll look forward to working with you.
You, what to think of you people. Recent events have put those doubts to bed. All the mundane needs of Skyhold will be well tended. Let me know.
Lord Dorian.
Oh, she does.
Inquisitor, I must speak with you.
What is it?
I must explain something first about the Montiliers' fortunes. My family made their fortune as traders in Antiva until a scandal exiled us from Orlais some ages ago. It devastated our finances. The Montiliers have, in fact, been in debt for over 100 years.
Debt or no, you appear to be surviving.
That isn't enough. A disaster could wipe us out completely. For generations, we've done everything to keep creditors at bay. Sold our lands to stave off interest. It's just... it is infuriating to see my family still reduced to this. I'm to become head of our house. If I sell any more of our land, my family will become destitute. That cannot be my legacy to them.
Is there anything I can do?
I'd almost solved our problems. For a while. I negotiated a chance to reinstate the Montiliers as landed traders in Orlais. We could rebuild with that. But when I dispatched paperwork to Val Royeaux... I've just learned my carriers were murdered. And the documents restoring my family's trading status destroyed.
Who hates the Montiliers enough to do that?
Leliana made inquiries that bore success. Comte Boisvert, a nobleman in Valroyaux, claims to know who killed my messengers. He has a request that you come when I meet him, so he's seen publicly conferring with you.
I hope the Comte isn't making up information just to be seen with me.
I will take full responsibility if that's the case, Inquisitor. I must know who killed my couriers just to harm my family.
Let's see, I haven't talked to Cassandra in a while. Let's go talk to Cassandra.
Yes?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
I'll let you get back to work.
Inquisitor,
Do you have any advice for me?
tell that demon, what does it call itself? Cole. Tell it to leave. He will from us. Spirits are not creatures to take at face value. Be cautious. Another.
Might have to wait a bit to go ahead and get another cutscene where I can.
It's still... more secure.
The numbers to a purpose without enough people to make the running worthwhile.
Inquisitor.
There we go.
All right.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador...
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sabres. They've already delivered the trebuchets.
That is the good news.
And the bad news?
Erimond called the ritual at the western approach a test. He may already be raising his army of demons in the fortress.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
It sounds like our best option.
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
It's also possible that some wardens may be sympathetic to our cause.
The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
Here we go. Actually, no. That's what we'll do. We'll go like this. So here we go. About to go ahead and fight at Adamant Fortress. Let's see how this turns out. Especially considering I'm taking myself as a rogue, 1 warrior, and 2 mages. So this could be quite interesting. Ouch, that must have hurt. I love the music with this.
Pull back! They're through! All right, Inquisitor. You have your way in. Best make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we...
Get her done!
Whatever it takes, come. If we lose here, we lose everything.
Understood, Inquisitor. Warden Loghain will guard your back. Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. He's assisting them until you arrive.
Shades.
There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the cold. If you can clear out the enemies, we'll cover your advance.
What the hell are you doing there? Ah, shit. Get up, you stupid oxman. I had forgotten rule 1. Always kill the archers first. Alright, Solus has abilities. I don't normally take him with me. Vivian has none. Cassandra has none, and I have none. Okay. Actually, now that I'm here. Right. That's what I was doing. I was waiting till I leveled up so I had mines. Oh well. Can't go backwards now. Okay. Hey, Peaches. How's it going? Alright, so we got Warden Loghain here. We've got Cassandra. And we got Solus, who probably needs some better armor. And we've got Vivian. And better than his adventurer had anyway. Oh, Happy New Year, Peaches. Have a good drive. It's all right. I will be uploading this to YouTube whenever I get there. Like whenever we're set. So you will be able to peruse at your leisure when you arrive. Well, I hope you drive safe and have a good trip. And here's my favorite codex of this entire sequence right here. Oh wow, only 3 hours. That's crazy, Peaches. But like I said, hope you travel well and everything goes well. But yes, my favorite codex of this entire sequence is right here. Flowing formal script, all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one. An addendum underneath it, painted quickly and sloppily. Stick this in your taint, Blighty! So yes, it's by far my favorite. But yes, I will go ahead and do that for you, Peaches.
Hi, Peaches.
That was Wildcat saying hi. So, not sure if you're still here, but I hope you have a safe trip and a happy New Year.
Keep your distance! The Inquisition is here to stop Clarel, not to kill Wardens. Fall back, you won't be harmed.
All right. My men will stay back. We want no part of this. Deal with Clarel as you must.
Well spoken. No look forward to killing more Wardens.
Oh, thanks for the host, Peaches. No, I didn't. I think I always end up forgetting about that supply cache. Oh, right. I have been playing Fallout too much, thinking that B will go ahead and bring me to this menu. Here we go. Oh, right here. Solus. Let's give him this staff because it's so much better than the one that he's got. I mean, don't get me wrong, I also need to get him some new armor. But he can't use this one because... Have a good one, Peaches. Be safe. Yep, so for those of you watching this later, that was Peejweej, spelled P-E-E-J, W-E-E-J, and she streams a lot of RPG, adventure-y type games, with the occasional Mass Effect thrown in. Right, too much Fallout. Schedule is normally Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday. It's Monday Eastern. I think 10 o'clock Eastern Standard. She streams. It's a good stream. It's a lot of fun to go ahead and hang out there. Unfortunately, that's like 7 o'clock here where I am, which I'm at work, so I haven't been able to go ahead and catch her stream lately. Solus, fuck out of my. Thank you. That is about playing Dragon. I find in many other games. Your opinions just get in. Oh, sucks to be you guys. Shatter that.
You can press on ahead, Your Worship. We'll clear a path for the rest of our forces.
No, Liliana, I don't need you to report in just yet. Come here. Hey, Ninja! Diabolical Ninja, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to you too, sir. And it's your birthday. Ah, well, happy birthday as well. Ooh, loot. Looty loot. Gold. Always a good thing. and I'm not sure why you're just standing there, but that's okay. Kind of okay with you just standing. Oh, wow. But yes. Happy, happy birthday, sir. I hope you are spending it in a way that you like. And only... Why did I pick up the toy soldier? I don't even know. I don't even know why I picked up the toy soldier. Let's see, if I do... this... Yeah, this is what I'll do. I'll give this to you. Give this to you. Get rid of both of these. Nice. Very, very nice. It is... I know the feeling of a good stream. It's been far too long since I've been able to... But I'm going to do it now. Oh yes. This particular hawk is a violent hawk. How is that melee playthrough going, Diab? Because I know you have been playing the...
This is going to be bloody. Good work, my forces, and see that they survive this. I'll keep the demons off them as best I can.
But yes, Diabolical. I know you've been working on that all melee infiltrator in the Mass Effect universe. How has that been going for you? Yeah, my current bow does 171 DPS. It's not even worth considering anything less than that. Yes, that's story mode. Because there were a couple of times where I saw it and I'm like, ooh, that sounds like it would be... Restrict yourself to only a particular attack type. But... It seems like it would be a very, very interesting way to play, especially if you've played the game so many times. I mean, I kind of hope that the next Mass Effect has that type of play where you can... It's a little bit more RPG than it is currently. You know? Oh shit, that was close. But yeah, so like if you wanted to go ahead and do a whole melee build and nothing but melee, I think you should be able to do it. You know? that's unfortunate. What was disappointing with the Geth? Was it this you'd get one melee hit and they die, or? Because I'm assuming you played on Insanity, a really high difficulty level.
We must hurry. Our forces cannot stand against the demons for long.
Yeah, single player does run. You've got so many pause points that you can use in single player. Oh yeah, that would be frustrating. And with Geth, it doesn't even matter if you've got Cloak on. Kind of hope they fix that. I mean, I can understand why Geth would be able to see you, but at the same time, I'm like, why do you do that to me, you know? Oh, shield. Sometimes that's a really good shield. I mean, I'm gonna take it so I can sell it. Ah, man, that stinks that the whole battle's just sitting behind cover and shooting. I mean, if you're going for an all melee play, that stinks. I mean, otherwise, it's just the way the game is played, you know? But, I mean, I kind of hope that the next one has a little bit more of an RPG element to it, where you can go ahead and take abilities that will help you in those situations. Or at least that the active camo is a little bit closer to like it is in Halo, where you can't see people that are using it. Let's get her done. Oh yeah, lots of open areas in London, on the London map. But did you have fun? I mean, ultimately that's what matters when we play these things. Did you have fun doing it? Oh, epic cutscene.
We are betrayed by the very world we have sworn to protect.
The Inquisition is inside Clarel. Ceremony.
These men and women lives, Magister. That might mean little in Tevinter, but for the Wardens, it is a sacred duty. It has been many long years, my friend.
Too many, Clarel. My sword arm can no longer serve the Wardens. Then my blood will have to do.
It will.
I almost wonder if those two were lovers.
Stop them! We must complete the ritual!
It's done, Clarel! There will be no ritual and no demon
Then the Blight rises with no wardens left to stop it, and the whole world dies. Is that what you want?
This is a first. I've never picked this one before.
Requires blood sacrifice. Hate me for that if you must, but do not hate the wardens for doing their duty.
We make the sacrifices no one else will. Our warriors die proudly for a world that will never thank them.
And then he takes your mage's minds for his real master, Corypheus.
Corypheus? But he's dead.
These people will say anything to shake your confidence,
Yes,
Corel.
this particular to see what it was. And honestly, I like it. I do. I like it a lot. He's just got a certain grit to him that you just don't get with Stroud or with Alistair.
Please, I have seen more than my share of blood magic. It is never worth the cost.
I betrayed the Wardens once and it cost me everything. Are you mad enough to think I'd do it again?
Nice! Oh, I love that. That's a great line. Oh,
Ready with the ritual,
holy
Corel.
shit.
This demon is truly worthy of your strength.
There we go. I mean, if you bring Blackwall, you have another option here. I didn't. So, here we go.
Listen to me. I have no quarrel with the Wardens. I've spared those I could. I don't want to kill you, but you're being used. And some of you know it, don't you?
The mages who've done the ritual. They're not right. They were my friends, but now they're like puppets on a string.
You cannot let fear sway your mind, Warden Chernoff.
He's not afraid. You are. You're afraid that you ordered all these brave men and women to die for nothing.
One day you may be asked to give your lives to stop a blight, but not today.
Oh, I've decided. I like this world setup more than having Alistair or Stroud.
You're the only one who can
Just
do
because, I mean, Loghain just...
The truth of these charges to avoid more bloodshed.
Loghain just, you know, I don't know what it is. There's just something about the way he fits into the situation, and as if he's been here, done this before.
Help the Inquisitor!
Okay, well, to bring you up to speed, Dragon Age, much like Mass Effect, has quite an expansive universe. So in the very first game, Dragon Age Origins, you are playing as a Warden recruit who has been exiled or kicked out of your society for whatever reason, whether you're a human, an elf, or a dwarf. And there are 6 different unique backstories that you can play through to get to the main game. And then you go from there and you save the world. Now, along the way, that sets up the world that is then imported into here through the Dragon Age Keep. So, in the backstory I have here, for this one, my warden was a dwarf noble who got kicked out, and really he recognized that you need to do what you need to do in order to stop the Blight. And having more wardens is good. So, yes, just because Loghain wasn't necessarily a nice guy to the wardens, well, during Origins, he could be used. Not everybody who joins the Wardens are the most honorable. It's not the great reward everyone thinks it is. It's a death sentence. Because we will die eventually facing this foe, and we have no other choice. So, Alistair didn't like that idea, and he ended up dying. And basically everybody I've ever talked to is mad at me for it. But I've never done it that way, so I wanted to see what would happen and how it would affect this. Then it goes into Dragon Age 2, which that one is much more character-based than Dragon Age Origins, which is very world-based. So, Dragon Age 2, you play as Hawke, a human who runs from a small town that is in the way of the Blight in Dragon Age Origins, and you make it to a city-state. And then in that city-state, you have adventures, some of which lead up to this. Now, the main enemy here is an enemy from a DLC, the Legacy DLC, where Corypheus, this ancient magister, claims to have entered and been back there at the first Blight, the first rising of Darkspawn. So, this is now, we are fighting him. Hawke thought he had killed him, but it didn't work. For whatever reason. And now we're trying to figure out what to do, how to save the world. Because at the beginning of this game, the sky was rent asunder in what is called the Breach. So we managed to close it after getting help. Now you can get help from either the Templars or the mages. I got help from the mages. And then from there, now we found that the Wardens are being manipulated by this evil entity. And so we're trying to go ahead and save them. And since Loghain became a Warden at the end of Origins, he is the Warden here. Now, the other possible world states that you can create have Alistair, one of the companions in Dragon Age Origins, being the Warden, and the other one is to have Stroud, a Warden you meet in Dragon Age 2, be the Warden here. So any one of these three could be a member of this leadership that has splintered. And Loghain, Alistair, or Stroud, in this case Loghain, is the Warden that says, this doesn't make sense. Why does every single Warden feel the death knell that we feel in our blood when it's our time to die? It doesn't happen that way. We've got brand new recruits that are feeling this way. This doesn't normally happen for like 20, 30 years, depending on your age. And sometimes you can even go ahead and completely find a way around it and last 50, 60 years or longer, based on another DLC in Origins. So it's one of those, the Warden that is helping you as the main character has asked these questions, and they have all turned on him. So now you help the Warden, and are now trying to put things right. And we've just found out that we had found out that Corypheus was behind it, of course, the bad guy. And then we had also just found out that there's going to be a demon, a pretty big one. So now we are trying to stop that dragon, save Clarel, and save the Wardens from themselves. Which brings us back to here, and running. The most effective way here is just to run and ignore all enemies. Just forgetting them and just run. Because you get a limited number of health potions, and you're not going to get like a store or something. Get more. So yeah, just it is. Here you come. I hide here. You did your thing. But yes. There are no stores, there are no stopping points, there's no camp, nothing in this point. So, like I said, running is the best option that you have. You're just hightailing it. Mostly because I know what comes next, and it gets very difficult if you don't have health potions. Okay, so there's a cutscene right here.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens.
You did that to yourself, you stupid bitch. All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hand.
This guy's a really weak mage, man.
You could have served.
I will never fight.
There's my character in this awesome blue armor, and oh shit, no! Clarel! You were so close to saving you. Shit. Fucking dragon.
War, victory. In peace,
Vigilance. In death, sacrifice. That is the great war. Because the Blight never sleeps, it never surrenders. It is always there and is always spreading. And fuck! We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Oh yeah, I know. I love the cutscenes in this game. They're just awesome. And it makes it really hard to talk over the game. Because the dialogue is just... Oh, it's so well done. Just all of it is so incredibly well done. Oh, good. We didn't die.
What happened? We were falling. Perhaps we landed. This is the
came through and survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look, the Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
This must be very exciting for you, Solus. Any advice you have on what exactly is going on would be wonderful.
What spirit commands this place? I have never seen anywhere like it.
It's not how I remember the Fade either.
The Fade itself has reacted here much more strongly than I've ever seen before. Perhaps it's because we're here physically, instead of simply visiting in dreams.
The stories say you Was it like this?
Okay, so that's how the game opens. You do your character creation, and then immediately you dive into a cutscene where you are running out of the Fade. So yes, this is kind of crazy. Now, think of I mean, I guess the best way to think of the Fade is like a dream, or just there are really no rules. Based. So that's why Hawke can be standing at one angle, I can be standing straight up and down, and then Logan can be standing at a third angle, and why we could be falling up, but then land down. So it's really a place that defies all expectations and imaginations. And only those of really strong will can actually, survive here, even in dreams, which is the way most of mortals will go ahead and interact with it. Now that means humans and Qunari all interact with the Fade through dreaming. So they go to sleep, they create a world like this, and sometimes spirits or demons, depending on your fancy of calling them, will go. You can get trapped here, and then the dwarves. So they faded, and no one really understands why or why not. There are many who believe that it has something to do with lyrium and the fact that this magical substance that seems to be connected to the Fade and magical power ends up creating a natural blocker for them. Now, let's see, what are we going to say? It doesn't matter. Give me a minute. Let's go with give me a minute.
How should I know? Subject.
What was it like last time?
I don't even remember last time.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we're safe. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Eramond was using. And there could be others.
It's nearby in the main hall. Can we return to the world through that?
I would think so. I would hope so, anyway.
Beats waiting around for demons to find us, right? There, let's go.
Okay, so in all conversations prior to this game, so, I mean, they started this wheel thing in Dragon Age 2, but in almost all conversations, you get one of three options. You get the, quote, good option, the Paragon option. You get the Renegade option.
I would have chosen, of course, to physically walk within the Fade.
And you get the smartass option. Personally, I really like the ass option whenever possible.
Thank you for the warning.
Solus, you're the expert on this place. Anything helpful?
The Fade is shaped by intent and emotion. Remain focused, and it will lead you where you wish to go. The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations, and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
That is a great way of explaining it.
That is odd.
What, having a table here on the wall? That's not odd. Don't you keep your tables on the wall? Fortunately, those wisps are actually really, really weak.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful, ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Maker for peace, but the mountains shook and fell in darkness. My legs crushed. I cried in fear. No Maker, fading in and out at the black. Light my final hour. Let me go to the Maker without the terrors of darkness confounding me. Side quest. Go ahead and help.
We should set
This person's probably dead. But so we can spirits. And in return, we get boosts. So, we helped this person with their fear. And now, I got a permanent +1 to... Which, as always, boosts are... And I've been playing too much Fallout lately, so I automatically hit B anytime I want to do something like that. No, that's not what I want. Accessories, static cage ring, there we go. So, duration by 30. Excuse me. And damage by 30, okay. Whose is this? Blackwall. Alright. Well, I don't have Blackwall here, so it's kind of useless to me right now. But I can. But yeah, so on this map, there is one supply cache, which we'll go ahead and take this one right here, this potion, the health potion, and return it to full. That's it, that's all it does. I mean, it's useful, but since this particular area only has 3 of these for the entire area, it's kind of good to not use them too quickly. Maker, give me strength. When the Darkspawn came to Denerim, I wept so hard I could not see, but still I fought for you. When demons poured from the sky where the Temple of Sacred Ashes used to stand, my hands shook so badly that I could not aim, but still I fought for you. When Corypheus and his archdemon destroyed us at Haven, and killed my friends, I screamed until I had no voice, but I fought for you. They are sending me to attack Adamant. They say that the fortress is defended by an army of demons. The odds are grim. We cannot win, but our distraction, our sacrifice, we give the important people the chance to do what is necessary. My stomach is knotted, and I see dead friends from old battles reaching out for me every time I close my eyes. I am so afraid, Maker, but still, I will fight for you. Okay. So, brief catching up. The Maker is a deity imposed by the humans. Not a bad deity, really. Just very, not in touch with the world. But they believe anyway. So, this was a soldier who believed very strongly, even to the point where able to overcome fears. And since this is an area of fear, of course that note would show up here, because talking about how scared he was. Studied the Fade as a scholar, dissecting it as a child might a rat or a frog. I was young and craved the power conquering the Fade could bring. I tried in vain to chart its paths, and when that failed, I attempted to secure them. In my error against the Fade's very power, how does one pin down a dream? How does one control a thought so that it might travel always the same course from completion? Only when to me came and took it upon themselves to be my guide, my land, and I could walk them, containing not water but memories, drawn from the minds of dreamers, through frozen moments, and each as I explored this impossible realm. I came to trust them, even love them, and I saw my own love reflected in them. The Fade is the master, the teacher. We are merely the apprentices. So, written by a magister of Tevinter. An interesting thought, really. Quite good musings. Let's see, we got something from a wisp here. Essence, I can use that to craft runes. And that is a piece of junk.
This place is horrid.
And another +1 to magic. Permanent boost. Always excellent. But yes, Vivienne is used to the finer things in life. So of course she would find this wet, soggy place horrid. Well, I'm sorry some of us haven't always had the life that you've had. The lap of luxury. Now this is somebody that should be dead.
Impossible.
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion.
Divine Justinia. Most holy.
So quick recap, we've spent the entire game knowing that she's dead. We're pretty sure that she is dead. See, I thought you were dead. That's basically how the game opened, was we were accused, like basically any Elder Scrolls game ever. We were a criminal accused of killing her. So,
Cassandra, you knew the Divine. Is this really her?
I don't know. It is said the souls of the dead pass through the Fade and sometimes linger, but we know the spirits lie. Be wary, Inquisitor.
That can't be the Divine. It's most likely a demon.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Then simply tell us what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor.
No, I don't.
The memories you have lost were taken by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is a nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds memories and darkness, growing fat upon the terror.
well, that's encouraging.
False calling that terrify the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? It's work.
And perhaps I owe this nightmare a visit.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its
I love that
lair.
that's Logi. I love that that's Logain's first responsive. Some bitch is messing with my people. I'm gonna kill him. You know, that's his... In this situation, it works. And I'm finding myself, like, as much as I really disliked him in the first game, in Dragon Age Origins, because he was pitted as the bad guy in Origins, the quote bad guy. I mean, it's hard to say that there are bad guys in RPGs, but this guy, he rubs you the wrong way in the first game in Dragon Age Origins. But here, like, I really like his way of handling the situation. This sucks. Well, fuck, I better break out my sword. You know?
Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know no one commands his army of come from the Blight.
That would
But
suck.
The nightmare serves willingly.
Point.
He was on the world, was he not? Every day, as circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The nightmare has fed well.
Yeah. So the deep roads were underground. I mean, I hesitate to call them tunnels because there's so much more than that. But it's an underground highway connecting the entire Dwarven Empire that spanned the world. Like, it was the world over, and now it's been reduced to one, maybe two cities that are isolated from each other because the Darkspawn came from that over the tunnels. Look, lead them to the surface plants again. It happened to ultimately change crap, and I'm going with
think.
You hurt it by escaping the Fade and leading your people against Corypheus.
Isn't what I meant.
But for now, it is the best answer I can give you.
Damn it.
When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Oh good, more wispy wisps. Sorry, Ninja. Yeah, not entirely sure. But yeah, so let's go ahead and catch you up. All have are really just my memories, and I'm trying to take them back, and she is helping me take them back.
Run while you can! Warn them! Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
What's going on here?
So at the beginning of the game, some of this we've heard, but we're missing bits and pieces, and now we have.
Of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone, help me!
What's going on here?
Boom.
So Andraste didn't bestow her mark upon you. It came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
Was that everything you wanted me to see?
For the time being. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have
Joy.
recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here.
Shit.
You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Always. Wait, where'd she go?
Is there a problem, Hawk?
Trying to ignore the Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision? Their actions led to her death.
Corypheus had clearly taken the Warden's minds. You yourself have seen them do this. In any case, we can deal with that after we escape.
Oh, I intend to.
Yeah, so Hawk is an aggressive Hawk.
Could that truly have been the most holy?
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or If it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia, that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
Whether this is a kindly spirit or a demon fighting its rival for territory remains to be seen.
What about the nightmare?
It is a I suspected, likely drawing on terrors related. Fear is a very feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion, save perhaps desire. Be wary, the nightmare.
Wardens,
See it.
That's the thing. You get to see it now. Loghain is loyal. Never caught himself to. I mean, that's just. I think that's just amazing, you know? It's something that they've made him more dynamic. They've changed, not him, but they've made it so that his personality through in new ways. Which is just absolutely phenomenal, I say. Okay, a letter written in a shaking hand. Son, by the time you read this, the Darkspawn poison will have claimed me. We bought time for the Wardens to slay the Archdemon. But when I smelled the corruption in my wound, I knew I would not live to see you again. Ferris will want men to search the battlefield. He sees Starkhaven rising to greatness. The weapons of 100 dead Grey Wardens lying unclaimed in the ground, on the ground will help him conquer the free marshes. He must refuse. The battlefield is soaked in poison, and no speech, no bullying, no taunts about cowardice can change that. Anything that roams that battlefield now will die. Stall him however you must, and watch the crows. Those birds have a good sense to fear the blight. When you see them gather, then you will know that the poison is gone, and it is safe to search the battlefield for trinkets to satisfy Fergus. I will not be here to guide you, son. So from those they wait patiently, and they let their fear keep them alive. Please, I beg you, watch the crows and do the same. Yeah, elemental resistances don't really do much. I mean, they do and they don't. It's just, like, have control over what element. Like, you can't always what element he's going to.
Some foolish little boy comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from his shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think that pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
Now, the reason I'm doing this side quest of conquer the fears of these dreamers is one very, very, very simple reason. You get a permanent bonus at the end if you do all of them. Investigate the Freeholder. I watched the blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had, even as my flock died and my family sickened. My body racked by pains and chills, I saw too late the poison that had crept into the land. In my fever dreams, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Show me that this world survives. Show me that the poison does not take everything. So that's why we needed to find some flowers. And now, permanent +1 to Constitution. What the hell's up with all these warrior rings? Can't I get a good loot drop? My loot rolls must be awful. Plus so yeah, it's always...
What are those things?
Nope, don't want to go that way yet. Where do I? Yeah, I want to go this way first. Explore. Nice. Loot some Drakestone. Possibly.
What's this?
Mostly for
What's it? Reclaim your power.
Oh. He just called Vivian old. But let's see. Up here we go. Another loot. Little warrior's ring. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of these rings are actually halfway decent. Just I don't. Here we go. Investigate. Go like this because now I'm in a battle. Yep. So the big red ones are rage demons. And they fire damage. Easier to fight them. On the other hand, they are pretty tanky, unlike wisps. However, wisps have an ability that allows them.
The Inquisitor is a fraud, Cassandra. Yet more evidence there is no maker, that all your faith has been.
I am the demon.
So yes, call me out to shake her. Before he trying to. The wisps have an ability to take on the elemental damage of the nearby major demon. So if there is a pride demon, they can take on electrical damage. Start dealing electrical damage. If there's I think it's a fear demon. No, I'm not sure which one. The one, if it looks like a little ragged man that's floating, they deal ice damage. If it looks like the rage demon, if a rage, they can take on the fire damage. Here we go. +1 to cunning. Permanent unlock. Favorite part about this area: permanent unlocks are awesome. Crap, I'm on fire. Here we go.
Döthma Herelan. Mabanal Inasalin. Marsolas Ina Martin.
Bonal Nadas.
And there's no fucking translation for this, and I hate it. I hate that there's no translation for that Elvish. Because I have no idea what he's saying. It probably has something to do... It's probably something linked with the Trespasser DLC. But I don't know, because there's no translation that I've ever found. Excerpt from a journal. They think they own us. They think they decide whether we live or die. They sit there smug in their armor, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgression, as though we don't strive every day to stay sane and keep the demons away. They can't control us any longer. I won't go back to the circle, not ever. I thought about it last night, being back in the tower, their eyes on me, and all of it came back. All the years. Head down, don't clench your fingers. Be a good mage, be a quiet mage. And I realized, I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. I want it so badly that the bed caught fire, and wouldn't go out until Yvain iced it all over. It's still there inside me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving for the Conclave in a few hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like. So, those are two of the major powers that were struggling at the beginning of the game. The mages and the Templars. Templars, of course, having the abilities to suppress magic. And mages... Well, kind of self-explanatory, isn't it? But the way the world had been set up, mages were distrusted, and still are very much distrusted for their natural abilities, to the point where one country is vilified, in part because they do some not nice things, but also in part because it's run by mages. If you're not a mage, doesn't mean anything. Now, in the southern realms, where we currently are, mages used to live in what were called circles. So think large colleges types of things, where they all live, work, and everything they do is within a series of buildings, or maybe even one building if it's a really tall tower. Guarding these buildings are the Templars, a branch of, in essence, the church, the Andrastian church that serves the Maker, yada yada, religious bullcrap. But they see themselves as controllers of mages. And something that came as a part of the story in Dragon Age 2 was how the dynamic between the way these two groups interacted, the Templars and the mages, ended up coming to a breaking point. As you heard in that codex, there were a lot of Templars who abused their power. And for the slightest thing, it's like, oh, nope, Rite of Tranquility, or you need to die. Because those were the only two ways to, quote, control a mage. Either kill him, or remove their magical talent. So the Rite of Tranquility, you kill them in the dream world, which then makes it so that they have no more emotion and no more connection to magic at all. Which, there aren't many Tranquil in this game, but you meet them in the other two, and it's like something's missing. It's weird talking to them, because they have no emotion, no anything. It really makes them, quote, human. So it's weird. But that's kind of just how that dynamic started and got going. I'll trace back to the origins of this Andrastian church. Okay, excerpt from a journal. I went to Tevinter when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere. Big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me the Magister liked the dragons as a sign of power. Dragons are terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offense to the Maker. We all know these things, but the Magisters don't care. And it is the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in hands not ready for it. And the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The Magisters are what mages of Ferelden and Orlais want to be. Our rulers, holding us in terror so that we wonder if they will bite as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I have killed many since the rebellion we saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I will go. I will smile. But if the dragon statue looks ready to bite, I will strike first. I am not a child, and I will not be afraid. So again, you can see just how that dynamic really devolved between mages.
Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Isabella is going to die, just like your family and everyone you ever cared about.
I'm going to enjoy.
Those were little fears. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And they just happen to look like spiders.
Spiders? I see maggots.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Well, that's reassuring.
Always fun having shapeshifters. It's not even shapeshifters, it's more of how we each perceive it. So, we see spiders, because there are a lot of people afraid of spiders. But as you heard Cassandra saying, I see a bunch of maggots, because maggots give her the creepy crawlies. But, so that dynamic between mages and Templars had been devolving and becoming disjointed for a very long time, until it finally came to a head. And this is where the world is now. In a very not so pleasant place right now. Junk. Man, my loot rolls are just awful. Anyway.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger.
So that one is a shade. Shades are stronger than wisps, but don't really have any special elemental damage or anything. They're just... all in all, they're just kind of annoying. So now to recover more memories. And with this, I will then know everything that happened at the Conclave.
The demons!
Keep running!
The Great One. I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind, I sat by the last campfire I would see. I would laugh myself one last night of terror, and curse the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than dread hand, the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny, and let this be my decision. Gotta look for help him out. The fact that he's alone in the dark. So, whatever it is, it's probably over there somewhere. 2 more memory pieces in order to progress forward. Letter in child's simple writing. The door is open. Mother said to run. She said Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back, no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day, to see through the smoke. Mother should be here by now. But the door is open. I'm going to look inside. So yeah, poor life choices by that child. Don't need that. Oh yes, this mode is brand new for this game. I'm assuming they'll probably each of your party members in battle, and it's supposed to make this particular difficulty I'm playing on Nightmare a lot easier. But I don't know, because I really don't. I don't use it, and I don't like using it. So one last memory. How we doing on getting the next level? Oh, nice, we're almost there. Almost there, another 800 points and we can level up. Now, cutscene.
Haven. How I escaped.
Keep running!
That was definitely an moment right there. I love the way they did camera on that.
Sending me from the Fade. It was the
following. For all we know, it's working with Corypheus.
If you believe that,
And then, oh shit, transformation!
The Nightmare watched Corypheus and grew powerful off the fear. Were you like that for the Divine? A spirit watching her from the Fade, inspired by her faith.
if that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
I hate that it doesn't give you a straight fucking
The
answer.
mortal Divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
Corypheus controlled them. Discussed this already. This spirit has no relations. We should work on getting back to Adamant alive.
Which is filled with Wardens who made blood sacrifices to raise a demon army.
I see. Atrocities of you alone. Tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. The Wardens are mad. Or maybe they always were. Someone has to them.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
Their erratic usefulness have long since passed.
The Wardens are a risk. Send them away before they cause even more trouble.
This debate can wait until we're out of danger.
Inquisitor.
Okay. Now that we're about to jump back into battle, getting all of my memories back, she revealed herself. Because there was no hiding anymore. I remembered everything. So the Divine was dead. I knew it. So, hiding anymore. So, out this ethereal, as you know, it works. So I think it's the memory that I have recovered, because now I have all the written note. The breach is sealed, and the war between Templars and mages is finally over. All our fear and terror is finally ending. As order returns to this world, I wish you could see the people celebrate. Everything you would have wanted when you left for the Conclave. I will make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we will do here with this fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Thedas. I will make you proud. Your flame will burn forever as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking, and the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I will sing your memory again soon. So yes, that spirit, or whatever she is, because they never about what she really is. They just say, yeah, she could be any one of the things that you just said.
Logan McTeer, the brilliant commander. Pity the one time you tried to rule, you failed so miserably. You destroy your own country. You even doom the Wardens by bringing the Inquisitor down on them. You destroy everything you touch.
That all you've got? Nothing I've not said to myself.
That's actually rather impressive. It definitely shows a level of depth to Logain's character that just it wasn't available in the first game, and I'm finding I really like him a lot more now. You know? Oh, good, a tarot card. Don't get to see the tarot card, but a tarot card nonetheless. Now, where is that guy? Nope, running past it. It's over here. Ah, right here at the campfire. We place the tarot card. And we get a +1 to strength. Now, I believe there are 2, maybe 3 more. But yes, that spirit ended up changing Ninja because we had revealed her, really. I have all my memories back. I know that the Divine is dead. There's no more guesswork about it. I watched her die. +1 to willpower from that mirror. Most excellent, indeed.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
See, I like that. Just one of those. Oh, now we need to protect her. I mean, in the quest line, it's still gonna call her the Divine, even though we know she's not. Well, she might be. She might be the soul, because no one has ever actually, you know, registered this is what happens to a soul after death. I mean, there are stories that souls will go through a process where they come through the Fade on their way to wherever it is they eventually end up. But nobody knows. So, could be a soul that we've unmasked. It could be a spirit. It could be anything, really. And that's something I kind of hate personally, but what you gonna do, you know? It's the way they told the story. And I kind of like it that way. Sometimes. But when you're doing this, kind of wish I had a fucking straight answer. Laws of nature in the Fade. It is simple to say that the laws of nature do not apply in the Fade, but while traveling in the Fade is often confusing for mages, it is rarely so chaotic as to defy description. In fact, while the placement of items may seem random, those items usually operate as we would expect them to in the real world. A book opens to show pages, although the pages may be blank or lined with gibberish. A pen and ink will let the user write, though the pen may write on its own, and the ink will never runs dry. Those items that float usually hover at a relative height where they would have sat had the objects meant to support them existed. Candles suspended in the air as though held by phantom candlestick, for example. Why are the laws of but not fully broken? Energy, I believe, lies in the where most thing. The mortal hands it shaped purpose, and it meant to do. The objects that strain against the laws of nature, those that are great stones, for example, hang in the never touch them. Mind shaped them to their purpose. I suspect, though we may never know, that if dwarves dreamt and shaped the Fade with their own perceptions, the rocks would not float. So, an enchanter theorizing about the nature of the Fade. And why things are the way they are. Because as you can see, you've got some... rocks just hanging out of just, guy. Concerning, really. Yep, so that is a terror. Their abilities are quite annoying. But I did manage to go ahead and get some Summer Stones. I've said it once, I will say it again. Finding crafting materials is just a giant godsend in this game. Because everything that you can make is always going to be better than anything that you can buy. Always, 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 always. There are no exceptions. Well, no, there are a couple exceptions, but those come from DLC. And so if you have those DLC, it'll be different. The Fade. Walking the Fade are harrowing. I found myself on a plateau of swirling smoke and mist. I could not see my feet, or perhaps I had no feet in that place. Each step was treacherous. I had to believe there was ground. If I didn't, there wouldn't be, and I would fall into nothingness. I was protected only by my will and my magic. The demon they made me face took the shape of a great cat. As we battled, it spoke in my mind. It told me that I would eventually stumble, and that it would, and then it would pounce. The demon talked to me of the Templars beyond the veil, standing over my paralyzed body, their swords pointed at my heart, waiting for the moment of my failure. All it would take was a splinter of fear, a seed of doubt, and I would be unmade. The demon would devour my mind, and the Templars would destroy what was left of me. This was my harrowing. They force this upon all mages, and call it good. But it is neither good nor right. It is evil and unjust. So, that is a process. Only by passing that test can a mage be recognized in the southern states, in the circles. So that is how you become an official mage, insofar as the circle is concerned. It's rather disconcerting that they would do that to young men and women.
It's hard to trust my footing in this place.
The Scholar. When the Darkspawn were new, when the Magisters had just brought them to our world with their sin, I was among the first to call myself a Grey Warden and swear to end the blight that threatened our world. We had seen the Archdemon die from mortal blows, only to rise again from the body of one of its servants. It could not die. I searched in vain for some way to kill the beast and save my world. I slept in fear, with no solution, knowing only that the blight the Magisters had brought would destroy everything, because I could not save it. Show me what must be done to slay the Archdemon. Show me what I need to save my world. So, that is the spirit or soul or what have you of someone who fought the original first blight. It is quite a difficult thing. Oh yes, level up to defeat an Archdemon. But it goes over the secret on how to do it in the first game. But yeah, level up. Hells yes. Now I can have some fun. Okay, so this is my specialty tree, the Artificer. So now I can make traps. The one I really want is this one, Elemental Mines. You throw out mines and it does the elemental damage. It is great. I've seen it used to devastating effect and really wanted to try it out in a main play. Iron, not bad. Not a great metal, but not bad. Very useful nonetheless. So, Blackwall Sphere is himself. Coal Sphere is despair. Solus, dying alone is his fear. Sarah, the nothing, is her fear. Dorian, temptation's fear. Cassandra, helplessness. Yep, Vial of Darkspawn blood. So, Varric's feel become his parents. Vivian's fear, irrelevance, so she doesn't like not being a part. Now, where's Iron Bull? Iron Bull's fear is around here somewhere. It's probably this one. Oh, Solus. Iron Bull's fear is around. I know it. Got one. Varric. Can't find it. Can't find it. Oh well. Anyway, we go place the vial. And now we get a +1 to cunning. Which is always good. Electrical resist. And actually no. This will be useful if I choose to use it right now. Oh, I really don't want to do this. Actually, yeah. Compared to offhand. Now I'll attach that ring of barrier penetration for something later. Here we are, walking through what appears to be a mire, but who knows what it really is. Just know this world is not natural in the way Qunari would find it natural. Not at all. Found something here. What do we got? Ferelden Toy Soldier. More junk. Yeah, you can pick it up and sell it, but otherwise... Now... this... because these guys, I mean, they're not horrible. Almost got there. Almost got there without triggering them. Oh, that's why. It teleports your party to pretty close to you if you go too far from them. So that's what it did. It teleported them, and now we get to start a battle. Awesome. Okay, fears the child. Haven is burned. Mama cries when I'm not looking. It's cold in the mountains, and my feet hurt. But Mama says to hush, that others have it worse. She says a monster named Corypheus came to Haven, and it was only the Maker's blessing that let us escape. I don't feel blessed. The monsters come every night when I sleep, and I don't want to wake Mama crying again. I miss Sir Snort. Sir Snort always kept the monsters away in my dreams. So that is why we had a stuffed animal, and now we have a +1 willpower. So here we go, we do this. That didn't do very much, did it? I need to stop running in here. Yeah. Oh, nice. Intense lightning essence. Okay, now puzzle time. See if I remember it. I think it's... Nope, not that one. This one. This one. And then... Now loot! An engraved compass, which is junk. But this unique ring will be very useful. Broken window. So this is clearly a Tevinter thing of some kind. Okay, so switch that, put that there, and then put that there. Okay. I don't wanna, but it's so much better. I mean, it makes my face look super weird, but it's so much better than the one I've already got. Level 15. It's so much higher than our levels. Let's see, this armor that I made, the armor that you can go ahead and make. It's pretty good. Alright, so one more battle area. So before entering this area, we're going to make a save. Downside to this game, you can only have 25 save locations. we're going to do... And nope, we're not going to do that. See, we don't even need to kill all these guys. We just need to go ahead and buy time. Which is the nice thing. No! No shit. Now, I'm pretty sure there is... Oh yeah, dude. This is the hardest difficulty. Now I'm pretty sure there is one more chest here where I can do what I need to do. I just can't find it right now. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Here we go. Cassandra, get up. Cassandra, get up. You are my tank. You're not allowed to die. No. This isn't what I wanted. Oh, this is awful. Ah, there you are. There's the thing I was looking for. Yeah, it's the highest difficulty. I'm pretty sure there's one more. So, this is what I get for helping all these people. Oh, is there? Yes, there is. See? One more. See? Back to 8. And we are to run. So yes, that is the nightmare. That Grogu there in our way. And then it's got a little avatar that we gotta fight, which is just gonna be awesome. So yeah, this is the first run on, first complete. I just have not and some dents in it.
Please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I failed you too.
See, it's more so like a Spirit of the Fade has really on. So I'm going to disappear for a moment. Drop this.
You will die in agony.
Oh, holy shit.
Not stand against me.
How did Vivian die? Where's her corpse? Oh, of course it's right here in the middle. Why would it be anywhere else? In other news, Cassandra, why are you not killing things? Come on, what the hell? Oh, there he is. Well, on the bright side, this is going better than expected.
I grew fat.
Perfect. Yeah. That the only using focus, I in a mini that will drain all enemies caught within its grasp.
Stay strong!
Nothing.
Oh good. I am glad I am nothing. Yes, I know Solas needs help. We all need fucking help right now. Nice, we beat him. Now we can get out of here. See, there's the way out. Oh fuck, not you again. Why are you back?
We need to clear a path! Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. Warden's made this mistake.
A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine. Hawk! Say goodbye to Varric for me. Spider. Always the maker down.
So yeah, something nice about the loading screens. They give you codex or timps. Most of the time you get 3 cards of codex. You never have enough time to read them all, but it's nice nonetheless. Yeah, so. Oh, look at how badass this is. Cool.
Without the Night, Corypheus loses Warden mages and his demon army. But in the eyes of your soldiers, their Inquisitor broke the spell with the power of the Maker.
They came out of this alive. As far as I'm concerned, they can tell whatever stories they like.
I suppose you're right.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons.
We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake.
Where is the champion? Hawk is not with us.
Hawk sacrificed his life to save us and strike a decisive blow against Corypheus.
The champion is gone.
He gave his life, not because he'd sworn but because some...
Now.
Tough.
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Loghain believes that the Wardens are worth saving, and I trust him. You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori, but there are plenty of demons that need killing.
After all that, you give them yet another chance?
Are you flinging these fools at demons now, my dear? Couldn't you just use rocks?
While
Shut
they
up,
do,
Vivian.
I'll report to the Wardens at Weishaupt. Corypheus won't catch us off guard again.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
You have the makings of a great army, Inquisitor. Use it well.
That was new. Last time I had Varric in my party when I made that choice. He was kind of, yeah, he wasn't happy with me. Now the beaten and humiliated thing that
Send me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. You dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
The Grey Wardens carry respect in other nations. If we spread the word that the Inquisition has their support...
We may gain standing with nations that have suffered under the Blight. I will take the matter to Josephine. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some kind of attack on the Imperial Court. Corypheus may even be fueling the conflict between the Empress and her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard. If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
Where can I find the Empress?
She's holding a grand masquerade ball at her winter palace in Halam Shiral. Your invitation has been arranged. That is where the Venatori will strike. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She refused to say anything outright. I could have used more direct answers and fewer journeys of self-discovery.
She made a lot of people feel that way.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
Yep, so it's quite interesting. I can't talk to her now, but later I can talk to her. So approval is always an interesting thing in this game. Changes who you can romance. changes some characters, whether or not they stay. They can leave on their own. If you lose enough approval.
I'm told you gave the Grey Wardens another chance, Inquisitor. Would I have done the same, I wonder? Forgiveness can be difficult. I hope the Order values what you've done and gives you no reason to regret it.
I trust everything is well with the mages?
A few malcontents claim you've put us in a new circle, but most are relieved to be safe.
I'll leave you to it.
Let's go talk to people. Dorian! Everybody's fave sassy mage.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius' son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
It doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
You have remarkably little here on early Tevinter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Oh, I just noticed he threw the book.
That's the Dorian I know, critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to, if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
Are there rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivy here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the Abyssal Rift. You went into the Fade. Physically went in. Are you... all right?
Hawk is gone.
The Fade is an ordeal under normal circumstances. To be the only real thing there, beyond description. That you made it out at all is a miracle. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison,
you're right. I was fortunate.
indeed. Although there is cause for concern. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need. What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus' real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
So that unlocks a nice quest there at the table. Always good. Ooh. also unlock personal quest as well. Most excellent. But first, let's talk to Solus.
I cannot believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Grey Wardens have always been dangerous. They care for nothing beyond stopping the Darkspawn.
Like a fair maiden chasing a butterfly off a cliff. Except that if you hadn't stopped them, we'd all have fallen. Those fools and duty. Responsibility is not expertise. Action is not inherently superior to inaction. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving. Inquisitor.
I need to know more about Corypheus.
We spoke of this on our travels to Skyhold. What more can I tell you? Cassandra and Varric seem more familiar with their adversary.
You've given me good counsel before. I could use some now.
My apologies, Inquisitor. My poor manners shame me. I claim no secret wisdom, but I will guess as best I can.
I would like to know more about the orb he carries.
As I said,
Here we
must
go.
be the means by which he created the breach. I suspect the blast that destroyed the Conclave was more accident than anything. The result of unlocking power that he thought released for ages. What I cannot understand is how he managed to survive such an explosion.
You said that you believe the orb is Elven.
I never would have believed a Devinter mage could unlock such a powerful relic. It clearly enhances his abilities, giving him access to power he should never have known.
Like the power to control the Archdemon.
Indirectly, one assumes. Nothing in any law connects my people to the old god dragons who became archdemons.
What can you tell me about the source of Corypheus' power?
According to the law, the ancient Magistars of the Vinter received guidance from the old gods. Corypheus commands a false archdemon, a corrupted old god. This suggests he no longer sees himself as their minion. Some of his unique power comes from the corruption of the Blight. The rest may come from the orb he carries.
What do you think Corypheus will do next?
Taken his army. He lacks the conventional forces to take Orlais. He must see Orlais destroyed utterly by whatever means possible, not merely thrown into chaos.
You're sure that's what he'll do?
As certain as is possible. Assuming I can plausibly predict a man who seeks to rise to godhood.
And can you?
The key is understanding this. No real god need prove himself. Anyone who tries is mad or lying. His deception will undo him, as it has done countless fools before.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Yep, so, unfortunately, there's no way to measure the approval. Where you are on a scale of really good to I'm about to leave.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
You can measure your scale by how they greet you and how they say goodbye. But yeah, there's no like scales.
This one's always heart-wrenching, this
Did I
cutscene.
ever tell you about the time Hawk was on a Merchant Guild hit list? Hawk's uncle got into an investment scheme with a couple of merchant caste businessmen. They took a lot of people's coin in order to arrange the import of wandering hills from the Anderfells. A delicacy, I'm told. Their weird foreign foodstuffs arrived alive, and one of them, true to its name, wandered off in the middle of the night.
Keep going. I'd like to hear the rest of the story.
The guild traced the shipments to Hawk's uncle, but as usual, he was so far in debt he couldn't see daylight. So they went after Hawk instead. They sent guys from the local carter to Hawk's estate one night. 5 big dusters, armed to the teeth. They kicked in the door and Hawk was just standing there, fully armed, with me and the guard captain on either side. Nobody even... The poor just looked at Hawk and dropped their weapons. They never came back. Hawk just... I always wanted to tell that one. Thanks. I guess I've got some letters to write. Isabella should know.
Yeah, that cutscene always gets me. But that's what I think makes this game so amazing. It's just they managed to do a great job of capturing the humanity of the characters.
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Let me guess, you're composing a love poem.
I couldn't, not even if my life depended on it.
It's not that hard.
Yes, it is. Poetry takes finesse, it takes grace.
You think you don't have those things?
Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. It must be recorded.
That's an excellent idea, Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. I saw her there, heard her voice, yet I cannot claim with certainty it was really her. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
Do you really think it
The downside of being a Qunari, where you're so tall, your face is cut out of the cutscene.
remnant of her hopes and memories, her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I must interpret what I saw, yet I am no priest, no philosopher. I am a warrior.
I believe it was the Divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it. When I realized we were physically in the Fade, I was terrified, almost beyond reason. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. Created Corypheus. No more legends to the...
You can go ahead and... Not high enough yet.
Now that the threat is dealt with, investigate the assassination plot. Hope it's not too late. More chaos in Olay on... Yes.
That's enough.
Another...
There's an entire CD of songs. Though. But sitting right there, Jennifer Hale. Krem, sitting here in this chair, is Jennifer Hale.
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant. Breached those walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by
Can we talk about the Bull's Chargers?
Certainly. What can I tell you?
Have you had any other interesting jobs?
Had one noble whose rival had been told by a fortune teller that her death would come on feathered wings. The noble sent us after the rival. Not assassination, legal and everything, but we had to wear feathers. We sewed them into shirts over our armor. Should have seen the chief, all feathered up like the cock of the walk. Ended up retreating after all that. The rival choked to death a year later on a chicken bone.
That's hilarious. That the rival died because she choked on a chicken bone. But yes, that is Jennifer Hale in this game. It's hard to tell, because it doesn't sound anything like FemShep or anything, but there she is. And here's a great cutscene.
Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen.
Oh, and look how she likes that! But see, he has a good reaction to it, just one of those.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
All right.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
You fought in that siege. Every demon in Adamant wanted to tear you in half.
I bet, you demon assholes. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. I needed that. Thanks, boss.
Didn't know you liked it that rough.
Only from you, boss. Only from you.
Now, let's see. Now, who else? Oh, yes, Sarah and Cole are both in here, too.
Good day.
The funniest thing I've seen in years. That cat dancing around, hopping and pantsing like a fool. Made my day bright, it did. Maker knows what got into the little rat catcher.
Here we go. Sarah's cutscene.
Heard what went on in that Fade thing. What you think went on. Can't even start to believe that business.
We can stew about what we saw for ages, but some of us didn't come back.
Knew you'd get what was important. Yammer yammer, visions and shite. People are dead. Probably. Hawk, yeah? Lost a champion. And in trade, a busted down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or... I don't know. Maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden. You forget the hero of Ferelden?
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than Blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the Adamant ones. Need more like him.
So yes, Sarah's interesting.
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Sarah, explain.
I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
Yay, Sarah approval.
We're eating.
They're horrible, right? And raisins. Ugh. I friggin' still hate cookies.
No, it's just that this is all a little confusing.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alien. Lady Emma. Sick and couldn't. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The one she made, bought, and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid from the baker. By lying, didn't like. She let me hate. Well, she died, and I tried. Pride cookies. But this Inquisition thing is working out, so I figured I could make some Inquisition cookies? Because then I could like them again.
Wait.
Oh, it's stupid.
There's so many numbers pizza is fine.
You know what? It'd be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine. Yay, making cookies with Sarah.
Anytime.
Always.
Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
But yeah. Yeah, I know, Ninja, right? I like you, but not cookies. Yeah. Sarah is only romanceable by female characters. Which is why I don't bother picking that one. That option. Here we go, let's talk to Cole.
No.
Oh, this
You
cutscene.
like demons? I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with